making you gay.
Hello, konnichiwa, konbanwa. My name is Kasper Michaels, and I am a professional voiceover artist, narrator, and storyteller. And boy, do I have a story for you. On September 7th, 2022, BAND-MAID, as a part of their pre-US OQG, performed at the Zepp DiverCity. It turned into an unforgettable evening of moments filled with maid magic, the likes of which will never be experienced again. The Japanese have an expression, ichigo ichi, which roughly translates to enjoy the moment for tomorrow you may die. Now, this is not a morbid statement. What it means is enjoy the here and now, for the moment you're experiencing will not happen again. Maniacs worldwide were lucky enough to have a representative at this concert in Pohojisan, a longtime contributor to the BAND-MAID community, who witnessed this event and then wrote it down for posterity. He then posted his musing on the BAND-MAID Discord, much to the delight of the other members. But because of my background, it occurred to me that there would be many BAND-MAID fans that would not get a chance to experience this fascinating account, whether through physical or mental differences, time constraints, or just not being a member of the Discord. I approached Pohojisan and asked for his permission to record and share this story. This story would not exist without his exhaustive and heartfelt remembrances of that special evening. Thank you also to the members of the BAND-MAID Discord community that helped with some translation issues. Thank you also to Orenji-san for allowing this video and preparing it for his channel. Without further ado, I present to you One Night in Zepp, the story of the greatest concert ever performed. September 5th, 2022. According to the current forecast, there may be some rain in the afternoon of September 7th, but the possibility of stormy weather due to a typhoon has almost disappeared. September 6th, 2022. ZDT OQG is coming up tomorrow, but the show starts at 1900 and the SS seats open at 1800. S for 1815, General for 1830. So far, so good. But the special merch exchange for SS seats starts at 1345, and the general merch priority sale starts at 1415. That's half a whole day will be lost. I'll have to eat lunch and dinner and drink coffee in my free time. But it's still hard to kill time. Oh well, I can kill time if I have to wait in line several times for the BAND-MAID lottery, where each person can draw 10 lots at a time, 500 yen per lot. But my wallet is going to be killed as well. September 7th, 2022. Arrival at the venue. First, I greeted Gundam for the first time in 3 months since the Wagaki Band's FC event. Then lunch is Hakata Tonkatsu Ramen with Ajitama, seasoned egg, about $7. After lunch, secure a larger coin locker. I can't put anything in it, but it may be blocked after I get merch, because everyone will be thinking the same thing. It costs twice as much, but it's unavoidable. 1900. 1300 now. It's the same whether I kill time at home or here. I came to the special merch exchange station for SS seats only, but the only people waiting around me were old men. Oh, a tweet. Diversity after almost 5 years. Let's make it a great day, Po. By Miku. I got merch and a beer, about $3.60. A shout out from another person. Love your reports. I hope you'll keep having a great day. I replied, thank you. I'm enjoying myself to the fullest. Now, the area is filled with old men of dubious physiognomy wearing BAND-MAID t-shirts. Oh, I am one of them. By the way, there was no one wearing a Konami speaking t-shirt except me. It was now less than 3 hours before the show began. A little early for a light dinner. Kaisendan, about $8, and another beer as a matter of course. Kaisendan is a bowl of rice topped with various kinds of raw seafood. Just now, I put my merch in the coin locker, and all the other lockers are blocked. It was worth paying twice. 2 hours. I was in the center of the second row from the front, right in front of Psyche. However, it was too far in front of the ushers, so it was impossible to take pictures of the stage. However, since it is right in front of Akane's bass drum, I'm not sure if I can hear Konami and Misa well. At first, I thought of sitting right in front of Konami, but I realized that I was too far forward and could not see Misa at all. So, I decided to sit in this position. SS is only the front 2 rows, 60 seats in total. We were able to take stage photos for only a moment. Soon, an attendant came and made us stop. Only the person with the number 10 was allowed to take pictures. 10 more minutes. By the way, there was no greeting. Okay, now it's time for me to turn off my phone. Concentrate on the performance. ZDT Okuji just finished a few minutes ago. As promised, here is my report to you all. Well, speechless. That's all. Just kidding. I will write as detailed a report as possible when I get home, so please bear with me until then. Here are 2 real quick. They played the first performance of a new song, Influencer, and they gave me Daydreaming. I can't say for sure since I've only heard it once, but Influencer was a cool song that had elements of recent BAND-MAID, speed, complexity of structure, but also had a taste of old-school, breezy rock and roll. Misa and Konami's solo was incredible. In the last 5 songs, Konami, after drinking alcohol, went into Super Mincho mode, which is more than usual, and the performance was just incredible. Konami does not usually drink alcohol. She hadn't had a drink in several years, and everyone was surprised when she suddenly started drinking. At No God, I was surprised when all the masters and princesses started dancing. I didn't think that song was danceable. In Warning, Akane kept making funny faces the whole time. I think she made 5 or 6 different funny faces just in that one song. The first half of 11 songs was great, but the second half was just tremendous. At Freedom, Akane did a drum solo with a totally different pattern from the LCS and some odd time signatures and stuff. Different wasn't really my cup of tea, but I was blown away by today's performance. It should not have been such an easy listening, catchy song. The special intro to No God was a tremendous battle between the drunken duo of Misa and Mincho. Honkai's special intro was a common pattern of Misa and Akane playing together. It was cool, but No God was more amazing. The balance was not the best due to the position of the seat. Psyche was loud, then Konami, and Misa could not be heard much except for her solo part, but it was acceptable for that position. I was satisfied. A question from a person. Was there anything that surprised you about the concert or the actual band itself? Response. Wait a minute. I'll be home soon. I will talk at length later about what surprised and impressed me musically. First, Konami. During the third MC, she suddenly said, "I feel like I haven't had my explosion yet," and then she said, "That's why I drink alcohol," and performed the ritual of opening a can of Chuhai or something. Miku and Psyche were both surprised and impatient, saying things like, "I know you don't drink alcohol, and are you okay?" Akane just burst out laughing. But then Mincho was amazing. I have seen many Mincho modes, but I have never seen anything like that. Psyche was so surprised that she sat down beside her and looked into Mincho's face, and Saiki and Akane looked at each other and laughed. Every time Konami had a solo part, she would play it while yelling and screaming, or she would run up on the stage platform and play even more amazing solos than usual with acrobatic postures. But the phrasing was the same. But the 5 songs from there to the end were just amazing. The Mincho mode was contagious to everyone, and the unusual concentration in the way they buried themselves in the music made it feel like a special moment. Konami suddenly came up behind Akane during the first verse of Freedom, grabbed Akane by the hair from behind, and flipped her face backward, but Akane was still in that position, playing the drums for about 2 bars without making a mistake. The next song after Konami drank was Unleash, and suddenly, she got up on the standing platform and shouted something. What? What's happening, I thought, and then Konami screamed, Unleash! But, as I mentioned before, I have never heard such a heartfelt solo by Konami on the last 5 songs. As for Akane's funny faces, she did a gorilla face in Freedom and quite a few times today, especially after warning she did a lot. During the first MC, Akane was probably trying to reposition her hi-hat or cymbal stand when she got her hair caught in a screw and was unable to move, bending over. Konami immediately noticed and went to rescue her, but that was another rare fan moment. Today's Okyuji, in my own way, can be summed up in a few words. Music that touches or moves the heart, in the truest sense of the word. In my experience, there are many great, good, and beautiful performances, but it is rare to encounter music that truly touches and moves the heart. As many of you know, I have worked primarily in the classical music field. The number of concerts I have heard in the audience may not be much different from yours, and when it comes to rock and metal music, I might as well be a beginner. However, if I include the number of concerts I'd heard, many classical and jazz, I've heard more than 5,000 concerts, including those that I've heard rehearsals, backstage, and on the monitors in concert halls. Although the genres are different, I know that music that touches the heart cannot be achieved by just the performers alone. A chemical reaction with the audience, an accidental event like today's Mincho, and many other things add up to create a once-in-a-lifetime concert. And coincidences call for miracles. I am now old enough to know better. I know the years are catching up to me. So recently, I've had enough of music that is just beautiful or just good-looking. I want to listen only to music that touches my heart. Today's Okyuji made me feel very happy to be alive and to be there. Whether it was an accidental miracle or Konami intentionally calculated it, I am just grateful. I am very happy now. Anyway, here are my impressions of yesterday's Okyuji, the first part.